I don't know. All right, MMA Maniacs, it's time once again for your weekly MMA podcast called Split Decision, brought to you from the Rudloff Family Inc. Studios. Bueller, Dodge, and Dead is ready to break you off some MMA knowledge. So strap in, buckle up, Buttercup, because we got a lot to go over today. We got fights happening this weekend. We have anything to recap from last week?
Yeah.
We got a few things to recap from last week.
Bellator and UFC.
That's right, we do. We do. Oh, my God. We're also joined in the studio this week by Just Nick from MMA Pixels. Look him up on Instagram at MMA Pixels and look at the enjoyable things that he creates just for your eyes.
And he's going to be covering some of the local, regional events for us.
As well as the Contender Series?
Yeah.
As well as
the Contender Series, yeah. He'll be our go-to guy. He's got his own thing going on Instagram. And I think you started on Facebook finally, right?
Yeah. I got Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I try to cover them all.
Nice.
If you check out our graphic on our page on Facebook, Split Decision MMA Podcast, you'll see the one of the graphics that he made for us is our header.
Yeah, we call it the winking lantern.
Yeah.
The arousing.
Well, that's just it's a prelude to when we actually get a bigger studio and have girls on poles on either side.
Which could be coming.
Which could be happening.
Could
be happening.
Sponsors.
100% could be happening.
Even though the old man don't like change. Get off my studio.
Out of my lawn. All right, jumping into our first story from MyMMAnews.com. It looks like Universal Studios and Conor McGregor are teaming up.
Yeah, so they're going to be releasing a film that basically...
It's like a biopic?
Yeah, quick rise in fame and fortune of Notorious Conor McGregor.
Better cash in quick.
Everybody is. Get your money.
Yeah.
Get in line.
But like, isn't this like this don't you think they should be doing biopics when people are dead?
No, well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's a biopic.
But here, but that's the thing. Is
Not
it
bibopsy.
if you bibopsy?
Bibopsy?
Biopsy?
If you cash in while they're still a rising star, you can make a bunch of money, or you got to wait because look at the Ronda Rousey thing. Like they waited too long to make a biopic on Ronda Rousey, and she lost. So
They're
now
still
they gotta
doing
sit on it for a while.
They're still doing it.
See?
They're going to sit on it for a while.
No, they're not.
Go check IMDb.
Hey, just like you guys said, she's.
I like how you have one thing.
Hey, yeah, look. She's doing.
IMDb doesn't say it's in production. It's not in production.
No, it'll say in production for the next 7 years.
Yeah, wait till you see the ratings of Battle on the Network stars. And she just did 3 shoots with WWE.
Yep.
Yeah, her career's going right in the dumper.
I didn't say it. Fight career's over.
No, but that's the biopic.
According to the New York Post.
Yeah.
So the biopic is going to be like watching her rise to superstardom and then fall
the New York
and then
Post,
rise again.
Yeah.
Hey,
she was
every
colluding
story
with the
has to
Russians.
have its peaks and valleys.
Yeah, it's got to have
You
the
can't just
Phoenix
have a
part.
story
You're
that's
right.
just going up.
Yeah.
That's boring as shit.
It's like when you're watching any of the
I
Marvel
want to see
movies.
some hardship.
Yeah, it's when the Marvel movies and the bad guy starts winning and you're like, oh shit.
Why do you hate her so much?
Because it's not Misha Tate, and he beat Misha Tate.
Because she won't autograph stuff for me. I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't want her to autograph anything. I want her to send us like a butt print or something.
Like a sweat print?
You're gonna end up with Papa fucking Travis Brown's butt print is what you're gonna end up with.
It's going to be a butt print with a ball sack in the middle. I don't know. That's Dennis who wants a butt print.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Oklahoma State Athletic Commission has decided not to grant Michael Chisea's appeal.
No, okay.
No, they are saying absolutely not during his fight with...
because they watched it when, dude, you were sleeping.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, he was flexing.
It was denied by
the neck hold.
denied by the commission, which determined there was not enough evidence to overturn Yamasaki's decision.
And Maury Povich.
In a
Maury
letter.
Povich said,
Seriously?
You said you weren't asleep, and that was a lie.
They said
dreaming determined.
They said that it was confirmed by watching the tape in super slow motion. They had no way of knowing that you were actually relaxing and engaging your core shoulders to shrug or release pressure and flex your neck muscles. At that point, he was in the perfect position and acted to what he was seeing.
Yeah.
So there you go. So Yamasaki wins this one.
Good. So we learned something very valuable. Using the force to escape a choke is not something you can do in the UFC.
Did we really put a picture of Yamasaki and his heart on?
Oh, yeah. Right next to Chisea. Rumors have been swirling that Stipe Miocic will be
back to zero.
Will be fighting Cain Velasquez at
That's
UFC
like a well-known name.
216.
Say Billy Vasquez.
Yeah. This is supposed to be going down again, UFC 216 in October. However,
It's Billy Vasquez.
This is a fucking for the video.
it's from the video game. That's the only way you can get them with a stick. I didn't have time to photoshopped them in a square off, so I just found that.
Very nice.
Who wins? Altitude wins. That's who wins. I actually
like that fucking Korean news channel.
Yes.
I fucking love that. That's brilliant.
So Stipe is saying that all negotiations have basically halted because he wants more money. He's the UFC heavyweight champion who has done quite well.
Like we've seen so many times in the past, they get that belt, they renegotiate their contract.
He was very upset at his first defense when he fought against Overeem. Overeem got $800,000 to lose, and Stipe only got $600,000 to win.
Well, I mean, you live in Cleveland. How much money do you need?
But you said we've talked about this. You go into the fight knowing already you've made the contract. You know which. It's not like you're surprised at the end of the fight.
He was more surprised of what Reem got compared to himself, and now that he's been the champion and is defended, he's like, I want more money.
Yeah.
Right.
Where's my money?
Right.
Where's my money?
Well, that's when you sit down with your management team and be like, hey.
Well, that's what he's doing. That's why they're renegotiating.
That's what they're renegotiating. So this fight is just rumored at this point. It's not a guarantee. We'll see if this fight actually happens. Who do you got? This could be at sea level. So
it's not happening.
Cain could be okay.
No, it's not happening because Cain's back is not fully recovered yet either.
I think Stipe's going to Bellator.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
No, this isn't happening. And a Reddit user said that
Reddit
user apparently they're not familiar with Cain Velasquez, and all they know is that he's a bag of broken parts that can only be assembled at sea level. Which is a pretty great description.
Fucking accurate. Even further into the rumors are this was first broke by Joey Coco Diaz, comedian, says that Brock Lesnar is entering USADA's testing pool to come back and possibly fight Stipe Miocic.
Oh, is it for Stipe Miocic? Yeah. Oh shit! I didn't know that was what the rumor was. That's
Not only is Brock coming back, but he's gonna fight Stipe. Again, this is from Joey Diaz, the comedian. This has been I've heard this on multiple Twitter accounts, multiple.
I blogged about it this week. Apparently, the whole thing is that because of Brock's suspension. Being suspended,
yes,
because he retired, quote unquote, he would have to re-enter suspension if he got back into the USADA testing pool, which means we wouldn't see a Brock Lesnar fight until this time next year.
Right. So they were saying, he's going to drop his WWE belt at SummerSlam, and then that he would be entering the USADA testing pool 6 months in to be able to compete and possibly go up against Stipe or somebody else soon. However, Jeff Novinsky, who is of the UFC's vice president of athlete and health performance, who basically runs everything with USADA, said there's zero truth to that. He has not entered in to the testing pool. And like you said, USADA came out and said, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It takes a year.
It's going to take at least, he's still suspended. He's going to have to wait for his suspension to be
the
out.
last time we broke Brock Lesnar coming back last year at UFC 200, we broke it because he was put back on the UFC roster.
Yep.
And even though a bunch of people shit on that theory, he did come back at UFC 200 and fight. He is not on the UFC roster at this point in time.
Nope.
So...
Can't they just waive it? That's what they did last time.
No, they put him on the roster, though, and they put him on... It was like...
They brought him back, and then because we'd even brought it up, and then they had brought him and... who's the other guy with big hands?
Shane Carwin.
They had brought them both in.
They brought them both in. And they waived their 6 month
and they had Carwin on
period.
standby just in case Brock or Mark Hunt
couldn't fight.
But
the
difference is
they can't
he's
waive
suspended.
He's suspended this time, whereas last time he was on a 3-year break from the UFC and wasn't suspended.
I got some other news coming from MMA News here. We got Cody Pfister, former UFC lightweight, was arrested this weekend.
He can't do it without doing the joke. He must be Greek.
Well, is it this? Is it this? Is it this, or is it the duck?
No. You want
to get the...
That looks like you're holding a poker.
You got to do the Bill Clinton, right, where the thumb just kind of slightly comes up. I
it's like
did not have sex with that woman.
My cigar did. So Pfister is arrested.
Was arrested for assault and causing bodily injury to a family member.
Like in this picture right now, how we have it up, it's like you guys got like Zard on.
It's not even right. It's not even Thanksgiving, so I don't understand what the dispute was over. But
give him some pets.
I'm just glad it wasn't football season when it happened, because I mean, especially after the scathing report last year.
I mean, we'd also would like to say that he is a innocent until proven guilty, but he was arrested.
Always.
Was he charged? Is the question.
He was booked.
Then yes.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's a $5,000 bond,
say at least two out of 5 people in this room know what that's like. I'm not saying who.
Yoel Romero is continuing.
2 of these kids are doing their own thing.
Yoel Romero is continuing his assault against Michael Bisping. Michael Bisping. Now we know at the last fight when Yoel Romero was fighting Robert Whittaker, he had tore up a little Cuban flag in front of Yoel's and his corner and like threw it in the air.
Right.
Yoel was not very happy. He went first on his.
He's triggered so easy.
He first went on his Instagram and burned a picture of Michael Bisping holding his flag.
All right.
The British flag, saying, "I'm going to burn you and your flag,"
in effigy,
while lighting a cigar, which was hilarious. And then he decided to go even crazier and put up a Instagram video of, first of all, in a very flashy white suit in Cuba, saying that he was waiting for Michael Bisping in Cuba.
Why the fuck would Michael Bisping go to Cuba?
Apparently, he put something out there. I don't know if it was on Twitter or as a comment or something like that he would go down to Cuba and settle this.
So,
he just needs to go full Gonzo and tribute a picture.
Yoel
Tribute.
hasn't been back to Cuba in like I think 8 years. He wasn't planning on going back to see his family, his kids until he won the belt. And then Michael says one thing about being in Cuba, and he's on a plane. The next
He's on a
day.
plane, and then
he's on a plane. Not a
Will he be able to come back
on a cargo or on a plane? Was it on a boat?
He's already back, I believe.
Yeah. So if you want to,
him and Bisping could race car hoods down there.
He's basically calling out Bisping. He wants to fight him really, really bad. He says, "I'm the money fight for you." Everybody wants to see us fight, obviously, with this beef going on. He's carrying around a British flag. He's got all his fans watching his fights on a cell phone who probably never seen him before. As he yells things into the microphone, and then he has them stomp all over.
He's been gone for 8 years, and you're probably right.
They have him stomp all over the British flag. And then later he's like...
That's not a good... You see the guy's shirt? It says Cubans are never on time. That's what his shirt says. Never on time.
Yeah.
And then he's like at a parade.
That's why he's on the stool.
And then he's now standing on it without his shirt, which is very scary.
This is like a rap video.
And then there's guys training and
like
sparring behind him. This is
I feel like I'm
scary.
watching Cuban Lives Matter.
Scared straight up.
So the rumors are, obviously, it's not a rumor, but Whitaker came out today and said he is out, correct, for 6 months?
It's not his meniscus, but his knee is jacked. Obviously, we knew that from the fight last time. In the very first round, he said his leg was fucked. He's come out and said that, yes, he's going to require surgery. He's 6 months just in recovery from surgery. So we're not going to see Whitaker fight for a while. So it's very likely that we're going to see Yoel and Bisping fight because the GSP thing is also off.
Correct. So we'll see what ends up happening with this. I like the beef. I think it's hilarious.
It's great beef, and it sells.
It definitely sells. I mean, do you think Yoel had somebody translate what he needed to say? I mean, I know he speaks English, but this seems like... I mean, he sounded like almost like Crazy Vanderlei when Vanderlei was doing his videos. That's kind of what I was getting from this. I was totally getting a Crazy Vanderlei vibe from this. He just followed suit. I think he just followed suit. They picked up on the Vanderlei videos and just laid it down.
Yeah, hopefully you don't get his ass kicked like Vanderlei. That would suck. Talk all the smack and then get beat up by messed up eye. We should call him Left Eye. Huh?
Left Eye.
Left Eye's dead, man.
Or gonna be dead when Romero get in there.
Left Eye versus a tree. Who you got?
Who are you taking in that fight, though, Yoel or Bisping? You were saying maybe earlier.
I think, did we actually find out the current takedown defense stats in the UFC? So I'm thinking Michael Bisping's takedown defense is legit. That's what Yoel works on. That's what Whitaker beat him with, was takedown defense. And I think that Bisping, as far as takedown defense goes in the UFC, maybe he's only second to Whitaker. And he could probably frustrate Yoel just like Whitaker did. Obviously, Yoel's got the power to knock the shit out of him and knock his eyes straight, possibly. But if Bisping can sprawl and brawl,
if he detaches and reattaches his retina,
and he does his British points fighting,
is that his special move? Just attach and reattach.
Yeah, in the Street Fighter version of the UFC game, his retina comes out and attacks you, and then goes back, but it just goes back inside.
It's like a quarter circle forward and the middle punch button.
Yeah.
Right now, there's a programmer going, brilliant.
It's a very specific part of your eye to come just pop out. Just
the retina.
Just the retina
comes out.
Hey, I was playing Injustice 2, and apparently fucking Poison Ivy just pokes you in the eye, one of her special moves.
Like just walks up and just like pokes you, or like a vine comes out of somewhere.
No, she literally, it's like fucking Happy Gilmore when it's like, what would fucking Captain Insano do? And he walks up to the lineman, he goes,
Waterboy,
boop.
yeah.
Oh, Waterboy, sorry. walks up to fucking the guy and goes, boop. Captain Insano shows no mercy. Poison Ivy does that shit in Injustice 2. Just walks it up and goes, boop. Done. It's a legit move. Yeah, that's what you need for defense, but it doesn't show up in the game.
Yeah.
This video game minute brought to you by Joey Bueller.
It's fighting.
It's fighting.
So this goes back to, we talked about this story a while back. This was Bang Tae-hoon, who fought at the first event that was held in Korea. What was that? UFC Fight Night 79.
Does he still have his kneecaps?
We don't know. So now South Korean prosecutors are saying they've
His
indicted
kneecaps. He's got
two
Catholic
brokers who attempted
misery.
His nips look like they're off balance.
to fix the bout back in 2015.
Oh,
this
that's
is from
right.
2015.
And he thought
They
he was
just now indicted
He
them.
thought he was taking money just as sponsorship, and then when he won,
No, that's not what he thought.
No?
Check this out. According to prosecutors, two brokers
No, he got scared, and that's what
gave
he came
him
forward.
The Yakuza.
100 million won, which is $87,800, to lose against Leo Kuntz in the first or second round.
and he didn't do it.
However, it didn't work because he changed his mind last minute and ended up winning and got a split decision.
Right.
And he got scared, and he went to the cops himself.
Yeah, so apparently he decided not to throw the fight after UFC officials warned him about fight fixing when they saw a sudden shift in the betting patterns on all the gambling websites. How Bang was at first listed
that's when I told you that the text said
as
that
a slight favorite. All of a sudden, everybody went to Kuntz hours before the fight. They caught the drastic changes. They realized that the American was going to be the underdog as an overwhelming favorite. Went to him and basically told him, like, you know that like fight fixing is like illegal. You can't be doing this. And he was just like, oh yeah, I wouldn't do anything like that. Fuck, I got to fight now. Basically, the fix went unsuccessful. One of the guys lost 190 million won. They threatened Cam
$75 American?
give back his money, and later end up taking
75.50.
$10 million from each of them. So now there's racketeering charges against that guy. They said they've also violated foreign exchange transactions by sending 450 million won to Las Vegas, and they've also been indicted with fraud and
Las
illegal
Vegas is still counting those,
gambling
by the way.
on Chinese football, which I didn't even know was a thing. So Bang is expected to face criminal penalties for his involvement in the scam. His contract has been terminated with the UFC. The UFC has yet to release a statement.
Can he just like defect to like Laos or something like that and hide out?
soon to be fighting in one.
So pretty crazy news there, man.
Yeah, it took 2 years, and I remember that story too. It seems like it was just last year, not 2 years ago.
Ultimate Fighter 26. This broke Friday right after our show.
Yeah, it was officially signed.
Justin Gaethje is going to be one of the coaches. Eddie Alvarez, the guy we were talking about he should fight, will be the other coach.
So we're going to get that fight then.
We're going to get that fight. The other thing that's crazy about this too is it's going to be all. This is going to be for the women's. What is this? Flyweight 125.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they're going to be coaching chicks.
They're all going to be coaching chicks. Yeah.
Oh man.
How do you feel about that?
We
That's it?
wanted
Oh,
to see
man.
that fight.
Yeah.
you know?
We wanted to see the fight. I'm talking about what do you feel about them being coaches for an all-women cast?
Here's what's crazy to me is that Gaethje, he was in PFL, formerly World Series of Fighting, at 17 fights, 5-time defending champion. He leaves PFL for reasons unknown to go to the UFC, and then he fights.
Why are you booing?
He fights one fight in the UFC, and then he's a coach.
Obviously,
That's fucking crazy.
They saw the talent that he was.
I think that we text each other this.
How many other coaches have done that? Didn't what's his name? Gilbert Melendez, when he first came over from
he go straight?
Strikeforce, he went straight as a tough coach.
Wasn't he a champ?
Yeah, but still, I'm
That's
just saying.
way different.
Okay, just saying.
That's way different. That's the UFC absorbed Strikeforce and absorbed him as a champ. So yeah, fine, go ahead and put him in there. But you pick up basically a guy making his debut on a non-defunct organization,
Right?
Former champion, but he doesn't have. It's not like you absorb the entire organization,
Right?
And then you give him a coaching spot against somebody who was a champion in your organization,
in multiple organizations.
Yeah. And then they're going to fight at the end of the season, and they're coaching chicks.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting move. Good for Gaethje. I mean, that's the thing. Is like what I was going to say.
Gaethje's getting money.
Yeah, we were texting each other like, if he fights like this, he's not going to last forever.
No, and especially not against Alvarez.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but Alvarez likes to bang like that too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's going to be that's why I said I think it'd be an all violent style fight.
Be a very violent
there's
fight.
going to be, just exciting to watch.
And then it would result in like somebody forgetting how to tie their shoes, reading Dr. Seuss books after the fight, that kind of thing.
What month is it?
He doesn't know that anyway, man. He's not good with calendars.
He's not a big user of calendars.
If you haven't yet, check out our interview with Chris Weidman before his fight coming up this weekend. We asked him that question. about basically what happened in his fight against Musasi, where he forgot what month it was.
100% confirmed too.
And 100% confirmed. He's like, well, I immediately thought of Varsity Blues. We're like, because of the audio that leaked of Matt Serra being like, well, he wouldn't know what month it is. Sometimes he doesn't know. Like, I was like, what was that? He's just like, I'm not good at calendars, man.
Yeah, it's good to hear when you guys interview guys that you get this feeling like, oh, great, these guys don't give a fuck about who I'm fighting. You know, it's like, let's talk about some food. What's this crazy gym you've been at?
Well, we've been talking to. Well, okay, I'll premise that is when we've been talking to Cowboy Cerrone, and we're on our second or third interview, and he goes, I don't give a fuck about the upcoming fight.
So sick of talking
I don't want to talk about this shit anymore. Find me something good to talk about. Talk about something funny. Let's go. And we're like, we're live?
Everything Dodge has prepared. It's like, who's the wakeboarding champion right now? Riding any bowls there lately, sir?
Like now it's like, what do you do with all that tax money? Remember, like, so it's like now I feel like we do have to kind of reach a little further to get these fighters to actually want to talk in interviews, and a lot of them will say that.
They do, and they enjoy it. We actually got complimented by Chris Weidman, so if you get a chance to check out the interview, it's up on our page, and you can enjoy that.
DJ Mighty Mouse Johnson, Mr. Demetrius Johnson there. He got the ESPY for Best Fighter.
Yes, he did. He beat out Conor McGregor. Yeah. He eventually got it. Just like he eventually got his belts.
Yeah, I was so glad to know that this is something that obviously actually goes by real votes.
Yep.
And it's not ran by the industry.
Yep.
You know, I was glad.
I don't know, man. It could have been like
he was up against, by the way,
Marissa Tomei moment where the person was up on stage and was like, Conor McGregor, fuck that. Demetrius Johnson.
He was going up against Andre Ward, Conor McGregor, Triple G, and Terrence Crawford. Awesome. Everybody, obviously, besides Conor, is a boxer, which boxers are fighters for those of you listening out there.
No, it's not. Boxing's a big sport where it's bullshit rules where you can only stand up and use your hands. That's a bitch move.
What's thumb wrestling, Terrell?
That's a bitch it's funny, you know, a guy who's built like a 55-gallon drum with arms like a what do you call that, like a T-Rex, and he's talking shit about there's no real fighting. It's like, you do real fighting every day when you put a fucking shirt on. You know what I mean? Where are the armholes? I can't get my head through. Fuck, man. And this is why, you know, on Facebook, I'll type like a paragraph and then I just delete it. I'm like, you're an asshole. And I just tear it off. But this is our show, so I just said it.
I do what I want.
So is him versus a T-shirt like the undercard?
I haven't seen it.
I'll watch it.
I haven't seen any fights announced yet, so it might as well be.
That's on how long it is, you know.
Damn.
Because there's going to be a time limit. You have to give him a time limit.
There goes our credentials for August 4th.
I know you came on the show hoping you'd be able to get into this event, but I don't know now.
We'll probably still be able to get him in. We'll be like, he's somebody else.
He's a guest. He's a guest.
Terrell doing the post-fight interview with both arms through one sleeve.
You know, I really thought I had it this time.
I know. I used to fuck with him. I ripped the tags out, and then he doesn't know which way to go.
What? He's got it on upside down. He's got his fucking legs snarl. Shit.
Further into some more beef.
I got a pair of pants with the poop hole. This is awesome.
Into some more beef here. We have a little more on the Ravioli's Nick Diaz saga.
Oh, Jesus.
Nick Diaz's Instagram page posted a photo saying that they have a new date. They're going to be there July 29th. That's next weekend.
We talked about this last
week.
Trying
to make up for, I guess, a missed event.
Where Nick Diaz's official manager was like, get a hold of me, we'll make this right.
Yeah.
Because the other guy was a fucking scam artist.
Right.
Apparently.
Allegedly. But apparently his new his actual manager said, you know what, if you want to deal with that other guy, fuck this, I'm done.
Oh, really?
So, wow. and the scam artist possibly set this up again.
No way.
And Mr.
You gotta
Tony,
be a stupid motherfucker to go back to somebody.
Tony Ravioli over here.
Hey, fool me once. Shame on me.
Fool me twice.
Don't do it again.
Don't do it.
Fool me twice, can't be fooled again.
Can't be fooled again.
This Mr. Tony Ravioli over here.
That's a Who
is
song.
Still on Instagram.
Won't be fooled again.
And on Facebook on their official Ravioli's page, going on and on. This time he's talking about watermelons.
Yeah.
I watched this,
Whoa.
and I don't understand what he's talking about.
Whoa,
he talks about how when he was a kid, when he was with his grandfather or dad, he would eat watermelons with black seeds and spit the seeds out, and that he can't find them anymore.
Because all the watermelons have white seeds now.
And all the watermelons have white seeds, and he doesn't understand why. Just like he doesn't understand why Nick Diaz doesn't want to call him.
Make it right.
To make it right.
First, two things. First off, when they had black seeds, it was 1940. Second off, somebody, if you know Mr. Ravioli, take his phone away.
I don't think he should be allowed to run the Instagram account for Ravioli's or the Facebook. Like, give it to one of your employees. That girl you had on there, she was kind of cute, I guess. I mean, I don't know. What about this guy? Like, this guy that's singing. Put him on there.
Let the ice cream run it.
Yeah, this old guy. He looks like he would be a better guy to be running it. I mean, he almost looks like Hulk Hogan, but...
No, dude, that's the guy that knocked the guy out on the bus.
Epic Beard Man?
Vietnam Tom?
Epic Beard Man, yeah. Vietnam Tom.
It's not Bulk Hogan?
Bulk Hogan. No, that was definitely not Bulk Hogan.
Yeah, so I don't know if Nick's going to show up to your event, Ravioli. Good luck to you, but you should stop probably posting weird-ass videos on Instagram. It's not helping your case.
Yeah, last week we felt bad for you. This week we feel bad for Instagram.
Big news announced this week.
We were just talking about Demetrius Johnson. This is big news for him. It's awesome.
UFC 215 is going to have a double title fight headliner.
What's over under that this card happens? What's over under that this card happens?
That's not the right one, Josh.
No, it's not. Sorry.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
That's the fight coming up like in a ways from now.
Is that Overeem?
You know, I just realized you don't even have our setup.
UFC 215?
What? Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
No, that's the old one. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know.
UFC 215.
What are you talking about?
UFC 215 is going down September 9th.
We got 2 title fights on this one. It is a pay-per-view UFC. This is the one in Edmonton?
This is the one in Edmonton.
This is... So somebody was talking shit to Dana White about this one. Did you see this?
I have that. That's part of the next story. Don't worry.
All right, cool.
That's attached to this.
Cool. So Demetrius Johnson is going to be defending his belt up against Ray Borg finally, and the Nunes-Shevchenko rematch is finally going to happen.
Finally going to happen. This is also a pretty decent card. You also going to have what else we got on the undercard on here? We got Junior Dos Santos, so we fighting Francis Ngannou, right?
Ngannou, yeah.
Ngannou, yeah.
Excited about that one.
Did you call him McNewt?
Yeah, I called him Francis McNewt.
0.
Back to 0. Wow, we're in a whole new studio.
Oh my god!
Looks like Joey's head is.
Are you serious?
Who's?
Can we do a spaceship now?
It's cold in here.
What the fuck is this?
All of a sudden, I got colder.
Is this where Luke falls out and like he reaches up for Darth Vader's hand? I am your father.
Henry Cejudo is going to be going up against Wilson Reis, right? Wilson Reis.
Heist, that's right. We got
Wilson Heist. Yep,
Heist.
should be a good fight. Jeremy Stevens is going to be going up against Gilbert Melendez. Like, to me, the undercard is almost better than the main events.
Yeah, the Melendez and the Ngannou fight are really the only ones I care about.
Why are people talking shit about this card? I mean, that's 4 solid fights then. If you got 2 title fights on the main card.
Okay, let me ask you that.
It was Dana White.
No, I know.
Why are you talking
Was it
shit?
you talking shit too, Dana White?
Dana White was talking shit about.
So I have those. We have the tweets from Dana White that's going on. Somebody said, so Dana White's quote was, it's unfortunate. I think Johnson and Dillashaw would have been a great title fight. It would have been a fight that a lot of people would have wanted to see, but it is what it is. This is what we're going to have. And someone tweeted, great way to convince people to buy your pay-per-view.
Am I not following right?
Yeah, that's the right fight.
Yeah, you're good.
You finally got it. Good.
Sorry.
I'm just looking at the screen, man.
We're almost done with the story, but it's good.
Confused. All right.
I'm always confused.
Someone tweeted him, UFC Edmonton card blows, thanks. He goes, who the fuck asked you to watch it? He said, well, that last Alberta card was a disgrace too, and yet we get another one. Again, don't watch it. There's plenty of other shows to watch. Now shut the fuck up.
I love when Dana does this.
Gets all crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
when he goes after individual fans, it's fantastic.
When someone said you should get all the fans that are complaining about this card to fight, and someone said, yeah, that would have been a better that would have better pay-per-view buys than this card. If all the fans that hate this card were fighting on it. Dana White says, the guy's name is Dirk. Dork isn't a fan. Typical internet douche.
Let me just say something there, fucking radio. If Donald Trump was to jump on Twitter and say, I don't slap the dick out of your mouth when you're trying to run the country, then he would get votes for the rest of his life.
So are you excited about, are you going to buy UFC 215?
Yes.
Are you asking me?
Are you going to go to somebody's house that has UFC 215?
I bought a fucking UFC in like 9 months.
I'm buying 214. I'll help people pay for 215, and I'm leaving fucking town during the McGregor Mayweather.
That's right. That's right. I'm with Dennis. We're going camping.
Yeah.
That's going to be awkward.
I'm not going to tell anybody about
Not
it.
at all. Not at all. It'd be nice and smooth. We're going to think about Sean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. From Puffle.
We're going to be cleaning his pool.
It's getting weird now.
Bellator.
Now there's a pool.
Bellator 181 happened this past, what was that, Friday, Saturday?
It was Friday. No, wait. No, it was Friday, and then we had the UFC on Sunday because it was on fucking Glasgow
and then we had
time.
the container. That's how we're going to work through this. So we got UFC, or excuse me,
he
Bellator
likes to keep
181.
everything chronological.
Nothing wrong with chronological. Can we just jump onto the main card here, or do you want to do any of the undercard fights?
Yeah, we can jump into the main card here. Go for it.
Okay, so Joe Warren gets a win over Steve Garcia with unanimous decision, same as Emily Ducat over Jessica Middleton, unanimous decision. Then John Salter gets a submission, rear naked choke in the very first round over Kendall Grove, and Derek Campos gets a TKO doctor stoppage at the end of the second round.
This was a hell of a fight. So Brandon Gertz was getting the shit kicked out of him. This was an amazingly bloody fight. Much so.
Love it.
That Brandon Gertz has now reached out to
Just bleed.
Jordan and
Are you
Jumpman.
purposely leaning out of the shot?
No, I'm trying to make sure he knows what the fuck he's putting up there. I'm looking over.
I fucking you do you. All right? You do you. I got this shit.
There's a fucking list right there.
I put it up.
So yeah, Brandon Gertz over here is reaching out to Jumpman and Jordan Sports, asking for a sponsorship due to his new scar on his head. Check that out. This to me right here looks like a Jumpman logo.
That opened up 3 different ways, man. That's a new headgina.
Yeah, for sure.
It's disgusting.
So
Isn't that how stuff opens
Campos
up?
has won both.
Alien comes out.
That's what I was thinking, like the pod, right? Isn't that how the pod opens?
Feed me, Seymour.
Oh, yeah,
No, the fucking egg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Egg.
Feed me, Seymour.
So
There you go.
again, this is the third time these guys fought. Derek Campos has now
Is it
won
really?
2 of these.
Wow.
Yeah.
He didn't just win it. He fucking sent Brandon back to his mom. Like, fucking tell him to sit in a corner, think about what he's done, and not challenge me to fights anymore.
Do you actually feel your IQ lowering? A little bit.
A little bit.
I just check mine at the door when I get here.
I think we're just so loud, it's confusing to get in.
I can't afford to lose
That's why I
more
just
points.
randomly yell shit every once in a while.
That's true. UFC
Josh, he gets Tourette's when he walks in the studio.
UFC Fight Night 113 happened, what was that, Sunday morning-ish, midday?
In Glasgow.
In Glasgow, Scotland.
That'd be UFC on Fox.
Now,
No, that's not UFC on Fox.
No?
It's UFC Fight Night
what the shit? Did you see the attendance difference between the
113.
Bellator?
There you go.
Between the Bellator and the UFC? Did you see that?
Yeah.
You saw it open?
Mm-hmm. No.
Bellator had 1,200 people there.
Yeah.
The UFC in Glasgow had 10,000. Bellator made 108,000 at the gate, or according to the total gate.
Yep.
I'm not at the gate, but the total gate.
Yep.
The UFC made 1.2 million total gate. That's a fucking ridiculous jump, dude.
And this was on Fox Sports 1. Like, this is not
Holy
their
shit.
pay-per-view, not their main, you know
like
what I mean?
10 times the amount on a Sunday night. Scott, what are you doing?
He's working his way up, man. Give him time. Give him time. So yeah, if you want to start off on the, you want to do Fight Pass? Do you want to start off? Where do you want to go?
Fuck it. Leslie Smith and Amanda Lemos on your Fight Pass. Leslie Smith gets a win in the second round via punches and elbows. Then you got Brett Johns gets a win over Albert Morales, unanimous decision. Moving on to Fox Sports 1 with your prelims. Daniel Henry up against Daniel Tamer with a unanimous decision in favor of Henry. Galore Buffando and Charlie
Badass
Ward.
name.
This was a
Badass name.
slam followed up by punches, but really Charlie Ward was just
Dude, did you
out.
see this?
Yeah.
Where he like tried to hip toss him. He's like, no, fuck you. I'm throwing you on your head.
Yeah, so look here. I'll see you at hip toss and I'll raid you a head slam.
Yeah, and then does some amazing taekwondo, and then does a backflip.
Yeah, so it's the mat actually gets the knockout, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He tossed him.
It was just weird the way that
He
Buffando
landed?
like slid him off perfectly. Yeah. His legs were still in the air and his head hit the mat. It was wild.
Apparently, I've seen this guy do. I've researched more into this guy later, and I've seen him. He's pretty known for his slams. He's known for his kicks, his taekwondo. This guy's gonna be definitely a guy to watch.
He's going to
for the
keep
welterweight
slamming
division.
people. Sure, I'm down with that. And then that's also on our blog, by the way, at splitdecisionmma.com if you want to check that out. Alexandre Pantoja up against Neil Seery with a rear naked choke win in the third round in favor of Pantoja. Danny Roberts gets a win over Bobby Nash in the second round with a KO. Still on Fox Sports 1, moving on to your main event, Justin Willis.
Man, what you talk about, Willis?
Jay Willie gets a win over James Mullerhan.
Jay Willie.
With a unanimous decision. Khalil Roundtree gets a big KO over Paul Craig.
Yeah.
Craig,
Paul Craig.
what you doing, Craig?
Wake up, Craig. Wake up.
Craig's sleeping.
He was sleeping. Hey, and it's good. I think Khalil's finally becoming what we thought
We thought he was going to be on the
yeah.
Ultimate Fighter. The Ultimate Fighter, he was pretty, in my opinion, he was pretty vicious.
Yeah.
If you look at
he was at the beginning.
Yeah, like he's throwing those kicks to somebody's side. Like,
he's vicious.
I think in the house he just became befriended the guy he was going to fight.
Yeah,
and it
messed with him.
He obviously has the feels.
If you're
if
you're a fan of fight finishes, and this was a great card for you, as in like almost half the cards or half the fights on the card ended in a KO or TKO, which is fantastic.
And KO finishes are the best because nobody knows when they're coming. Not even the guy that it happens to.
All right, Jack Marshman gets a win over Paul James with the decision. Paul Felder gets an elbow KO in the very first round over Stevie Ray.
Good for him.
Well done. Cynthia Cavallo over Joanne Calderwood. This was a bummer. What a bummer.
Did you guys watch it?
Yeah. I watched a bunch of
you think it was that big of a difference?
I do.
You really? Okay.
I think
I don't know about 30-27. I see the 29-28 for sure.
29-28.
Yeah.
Which round do you think that Joanne won?
I think the second.
Yeah, I was going to say the second.
Yeah.
Out of any of them.
Fair enough.
She definitely needs the 125 division.
Yeah, she's been asking for the 125 division since she's made it off the show.
This was a catch weight at 118.
I don't know if that's gonna help her.
I think it's going to be a different level of talent. It can't hurt. Yeah, why not? Sometimes it's just that just what fighters need. They just need a little bit of difference. They need different opponents. They need And
again, she was one when she was in the Tough House. She looked like she had a vicious, mean streak to her. And then again, we're just not. It's not coming to fruition.
Well, she's the up and down fighter that we see so many times coming out of the Tough House.
I still like oh hello, I'm coming in.
Yeah, they call her like the whispering assassin or something like that.
Is that your artery? No more blood in it.
Is she the one who made a cake?
Yeah,
Joanne is.
Got a cake.
Yeah.
Got a cake. All right, Santiago Ponzinibbio up against Gunnar Nelson. This ended in the very first round with a vicious KO in favor of Santiago.
Didn't you pick Gunnar with me? You did, huh?
You all went Gunnar.
We all went Gunnar.
This guy's taking notes on our shit, which is weird.
We all went Gunnar. Ponzinibbio hasn't been that impressive to me. I mean, he's a decent fighter, but he's just not.
I'll own up to it, dude.
That guy, and
I'm not a credible
I thought Gunnar was on a surge, and man,
I'm always wrong.
Yeah. And Dodge just keeps trying to talk while we have side chats. It pisses him off.
Not a credible source.
Sidebar.
Captain always wrong, and Dodge. And
Captain never wrong.
Captain never wrong.
ever.
Ever. That wraps up.
Most people didn't win.
your UFC on Fox, which was Sunday. Then we had the Tuesday Night Contender Series.
Yeah.
Which is Dana White's new thing. We're 2 episodes into this now?
Yeah, 2 episodes, yep. Yeah. This just happened.
This just happened on Tuesday night. And actually,
we had a friend there.
From MMA Pixels is here to help us break that down. And a friend of the show, Angel Deanna, was getting his shot on the Contender
Short
Series.
notice, too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Short notice, stepping up to 205, normally a 185er. Unfortunate events. He knocked the guy down, and then the guy gave him the Matt Hamill defense and just showed his back, and he started welling on him. The ref stepped in, took a point away, and after that, Angel just wasn't the same.
Took a point away for shots to the back of the head, and I thought, at least anytime I ever watched it, like, shouldn't we give him a warning? Like, isn't it like, hey, shots to the back of the head. Hey, shots to the back of the head. I'm going to take a point away.
Yeah.
But it was just like, in my opinion, he just like immediately pulled him up, point. Like,
I rewatched it. I think he said, watch the back of the head, and I think he hit him like 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
Square in the back of the head, but...
Yeah, and there were shots that really did. I mean, he could have brought him around. Mm-hmm. The guy was out. He had this fight.
I mean, Daniel Spawn did come from the Ultimate Fighter. He is a decent fighter,
right? Yeah, and especially for him, what is he? He's 5'8", 5'9", and Spawn was 6'4",
pretty big guy,
and he gave up almost 6 or 7 inches of reach.
Yeah,
it was a tough task.
I mean, we know Angel's definitely a heavy hitter. Like I said, unfortunately,
his legs against Tyrone Sprong showed what he can do. He can chop down the biggest tree.
He beat Tyrone Sprong standing for the first round. And Sprong was like, "Nope, I'm not getting punched by this guy again. We are going to go to leg kicks and keep away." Yeah. Absolutely nuts.
Sean O'Malley, he won. He ended up winning the contract. He looked phenomenal. That's what the show's about. It's not just lay and pray and winning. It's about going out there and really competing.
We talked to our guy from my MMA News for the last show, and he was a little disappointed that a guy that he thought was a good up and comer who got the win didn't get the contract. But the issue with that is that there was guys in the opinion of the UFC that were showing more,
right,
or wanting it more, or pushing harder. I mean, you also got Sean O'Malley here who did win his fight,
and he won a blunt.
Well, no, he wins his fight, and in his post-fight, he says like how he wants to hang out with Snoop Dogg, or gives a shout-out to Snoop Dogg, who's doing the live Snoop cast with Uriah Faber,
right.
which, by the way, I've listened to it. I don't know if I could listen to it very long.
No, it's like I tweeted. We're watching live with people, and I just don't see neither one of them are quick-witted.
Yeah, it's because Snoop is high.
No, I get that, but Uriah Faber, he's real technical and everything.
Yeah,
but he's not like Rogan. Like Rogan's technical now.
Yeah,
like right now, as it's happening. Snoop will say something, and then Uriah Faber's in there like 30 seconds later. We've already moved on from something.
Yeah.
And he's explaining something to Snoop. It's like, oh, and then there's a knock. Oh, yeah, too late, Uriah, you know?
Yeah, so, but yeah, he
part of the secondary team.
He did it. It's why it's an alternate audio.
I think Paul Feldner did an excellent job coming off the KO and doing announcing on that.
Yeah. Yeah, he did a pretty good job. So Sean O'Malley, shout out to Snoop Dogg, and then goes over and hangs out in the Snoop Dogg booth while they're doing it, and then later backstage smoking a blunt with Snoop Dogg. The internet kind of went on fire saying, what is he doing? He's ruining his chance. Even if he got the contract, now he's fucked. Like, we've talked about this before. The whole...
It's not competition.
Out of competition. As long as he had already passed his medical, out of competition, you can do whatever you want. Yep. And in Las Vegas, it is now legal.
Yep. But I don't think this is even a sanctioned fight. This is not even a ranking fight, is it?
It is.
It is. They all are. Yeah.
It's under a different promotion. He actually has a different promoter.
How many?
license.
Yeah, we know that we saw him license the Tuesday Night Fights thing. But how many rounds are these supposed to be? Are they three?
Three. They're same. Yeah, everything's just like regular.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah. So,
because the ones on the Ultimate Fighter are not sanctioned.
Right. Those are considered exhibition. But the only reason why they do that is so the results don't get leaked. Because otherwise the results would be immediate. That's why they decided not to. Right? That's exactly why they decided not to make them actual sanctioned bouts.
Okay.
Is because if they do, they have to release the results immediately following the fight. Whereas if they're not, it's considered a television show. It's considered an exhibition. They don't have to release anything.
Gotcha.
So that's why they've always done that with the Ultimate Fighter.
Okay.
There's a couple of guys I want to point out. Next week we got Kyle Stewart. He's a Devil Dog. He's 8-0. He's a really exciting fighter to watch. And Alonzo Minifield, I did a little video on him. A former collegiate football player, just athletic. I think he's 3-0. He's going.
Which one's that?
Right here,
Alonzo Minifield.
Light heavyweight going against Daniel Jolly, and then he also talked about Kyle Stewart going against Jason Jackson at welterweight. That'll be going down next Tuesday.
And these are on Fight Pass. In case you're wondering where you see these Tuesday nights, they are taped ahead of time, right?
No,
these are live.
Yeah, we were wrong in thinking that there was going to be a week delay that he would fight and then we'd watch the week later.
No, it's live.
He flew down there. He was there Saturday night, Sunday morning.
Yep.
They by the footage that they put out, it's like they spent a good day.
They do a lot of filming, do a lot of questions. They get him in there. Cool. It's kind of doing some gym work so they can have some footage. They come in, they do the weigh-ins, they do the fights, and then he flew back. And he just got back, I think, Wednesday or Thursday.
Nice. So check that out if you have Fight Pass. If you don't have Fight Pass and you're looking for more content, then there you go. Easy way to do it.
And if you're on Facebook, Instagram, and anywhere, basically social media, look for MMA Pixels. He's going to be giving you the breakdown weekly of what's going on, at least until...
It's Pixels with an X, you idiots.
We know our audience. It's okay. UFC on Fox 25 will be going down this, what is that, tomorrow? Saturday, right? Saturday, live on Big Fox.
Yes, on Big Fox.
We have the prelims going down on Fight Pass.
One more time, check out the interview with Chris Weidman because he was a lot of fun to talk to. We got to chat with him. What day was that? Thursday? Wednesday? Fuck, I don't even remember.
Wednesday.
Ask Chris.
Ask Chris. Chris still thinks he's doing it next week.
I don't really follow a calendar, you know.
You gotta get more of a Jersey accent in there. I don't know.
Long Island.
All I know is who's eating these badass burgers.
From Long Island.
Long Island calendars are way different than the rest of the mainland calendars. You know what I mean?
Some Pepperidge Farms.
Farms.
Lost my keys in the car.
Now you guys are going Boston.
All right.
All the fucking state.
It's on the East Coast.
We're California, dude.
This is going down at the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Apparently, this is like the Madison Square Garden for people from Long Island. It is a big sporting complex.
What does that even fucking mean? Like, what's the Madison Square Garden of California? The Oakland Coliseum?
Staples Center?
All right, I don't know.
The Forum?
I have no idea. That's what I'm saying. Like, can we have a Madison?
I'm putting things out there. You're supposed to be saying, yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna go
instead of saying I don't know.
The LA Coliseum.
The Greek.
The Greek.
The Greek theater? They don't have anything there.
What's the LA? Okay, then what's the Madison Square Garden?
I'm just throwing out cool
Missouri?
shit that we got right up here in town, you know?
Ackerville.
Ackerville, Missouri.
This is where the Long Island Islanders play, the New York Islanders, the hockey team.
The one that we looked up the other week. Like, I swear to God, there's one that starts with an I. Is it Inuits? I don't fucking know.
The Islanders, yeah.
The Islanders.
That's where they play. Yeah. And apparently there's a story, I don't remember, but in fact he mentioned it on our interview, he wanted to play for the Islanders.
He did.
He was going to be a hockey player.
And now he's a calendar reader. he's still on Mayan time. Looking at your Fight Pass prelims here, you got Chris Wade taking on Frankie Perez, Shane Burgos taking on Godofredo Pepe, and Timothy Johnson going up against Junior Albini. Also, Brian Keller taking on, is that Martin Vera? And then Kyle...
Marlon. I believe that's Marlon.
Is it Marlon? I thought it was a T. I don't know.
Make it bigger for him. Come on.
Make it bigger.
Fucking old, man.
Make it grow.
I'm old.
He's enhanced.
Make it confusingly
Not like that, you
enhanced.
dickhead.
Make it confusingly large.
It is Marlon. And then
Marlon.
and then Kyle Bosniak taking on Jeremy Kennedy. Jamie Kennedy experiment.
Anybody got any fights they want to call on that one?
Nah, do you got anything? I mean, this guy seems to do more research than...
I like
Like I used to
Bochniak.
do.
yeah, like you used to going to say. It's like, it's like Dodge 1.0.
Yeah,
He's Dodge 0.5 now, so don't take that the wrong way. We're all downgraded here.
I'll go
He's
with
like
Bochamp.
beta dodge.
Gotta go back to testing.
You going with who?
Bochamp.
Bosniak?
Yeah.
Is it Bocek? How do you get Bocek?
Bokniak. I got Bokniak.
I like Bosniak. Reset the clock.
Bo Chiniak.
Damian Grabowski taking on Chase Sherman. This is
I'm thinking
on Fox.
Grabowski, man.
This is
Just
on
because
Big
his
Fox.
name.
Oh, no.
Nah, not
Vanilla Gorilla.
Vanilla Gorilla?
Chase Sherman.
The guy who
First
walked
round
in the
KO.
gym with $115 in his bank
His
account.
name.
Like it.
Living the dream.
We got Ryan LaFleur taking on Alex Oliveira.
Oliveira.
I'm taking LaFleur after Oliveira
I
lost.
like how you did that after he said it.
No, I was gonna say because Oliveira he lost his cowboy nickname. You can't have it
Yeah,
anymore, right?
Yeah,
He still has his cowboy hat,
he's
but
been
not.
on decline.
Rafael Natal taking on Eric Anders.
Rafael Natal's still around.
I still want to take Natal. I'm still taking Natal.
Yeah?
I'm taking Aaron Andrews. Lyman
Eric.
Good up against Elizu
Called
Zaleski
him
dos
Aaron
Santos.
It's like 4 people.
It is.
No, it's 2 Santoses.
So Lyman Good versus Elijah Dushku. Going Elijah Dushku on this one.
It's all good. Decision.
Go with good decision
Good
here.
decision,
All
huh?
right.
You're taking good by decision? No knockouts either way?
No, actually, I got quite a bit of decisions on this card.
Yimmy Rivera taking on Thomas.
Did you say Yimmy? You fucking said Yimmy?
It's the Brazilian pronunciation.
Yimmy Rivera.
It's Himmy.
It's Yimmy Rivera.
Avera, yeah.
Himmy Rivera.
Taking on Thomas Almeida. I'm going Almeida on this one.
I'll go Himmy.
Yeah, I'm taking Riviera.
I'll take the Hemi.
You're taking
Yeah.
Himmy? Yeah.
And then your barista Patrick Cummins going up against
Durkin.
Keanu Viante.
Durkin.
I
Gotta
gotta
call
go-
him Durkin.
I gotta
Durkin.
go. I gotta
Durkin,
go Vellante.
Durkin beat
I
Batista.
got Patrick coming.
I want Cummins to get another win because I want him to fight DC again. It's never going to happen, but I want it to happen.
Oh,
I got
wait, he's got
I
the mustache? He's got the
Vellante is from Long Island. He's fighting Long Island. He is Weidman's training buddy and good friend. Also a well-decorated wrestler, so I'm definitely going to go with
Then I'm going to change my mind.
They call him Gian
Gigante.
Gigante
take the barista.
Vellante.
God damn it, I got the barista.
Gigante Vellante.
Yeah, his middle name should be
Gigante.
that should be Gigante.
Gigante.
John
Gigante Vellante.
And Dennis Bermuda is also fighting on this card up against Darren Elkins.
I got a bowl of lemons.
Yeah, what? How many he ate? A bunch of lemons?
He
Way
chugged
too
the
many.
lemon juice.
Chugged the lemon juice.
Chugged the lemon
Oh, and he's still, that's right, he's still waiting on his free Guinness Book of World Records. They haven't sent it to him yet.
With him in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had to do it fucking twice.
Yeah, and then we got Darren.
Well, no, he did it once, and he's like, "Okay, I think I could do it."
Yeah.
Oh, the first one didn't count because
Yeah.
something with the scorekeeper.
Then we got Darren Bad Tattoo Elkins, right?
Oh my god, I can't take the damage.
He did an interview talking about it this week.
Yeah,
That's the damage?
That's the damage.
That's the damage.
I can't take the damage. I
Never-
I
never
can't.
Yeah,
fucking
he
root
should
for
just
you based
write.
on that.
Now it should just have arrows to it because this is the damage. This tattoo, that's the damage.
As somebody who makes a living out of getting shitty tattoos, sir, you take the fucking cake on that one.
Who you got?
I'm going Bermudez.
Bermudez.
The damage.
The damage. You
By
take the
decision,
damage.
yeah.
No, I think
he's got heart. You can't.
Yeah,
you
but
can't
I
deny
think
that.
Yeah, you
Bermudez.
have to have heart when you have a shitty tattoo like that. It took a lot to be like, "This is exactly what I wanted."
Even his mom tells him to go put a shirt on.
I think Bermudez by
Honey,
submission.
I know you're swimming, but just put a t-shirt
Bermudez
on
by
anyway.
sub.
I got the bridge
He's one of
route
those
coming
weird
over.
guys that wears
Yeah.
a shirt while they're swimming.
He has
Yeah,
to.
has
Yeah.
to cover up that tattoo.
Chris Weidman taking on Kevin Gastelum. They both made weight. Weidman at 186, Gastelum at 185.6.
Still almost came overweight. Still almost came in overweight. It was all that City Field fucking Mets food they were eating, man.
Hell yeah.
Bash Burgers, right? It took me a while because he said he wouldn't say the name of the place, and I'm like, come on. But he did let us know that they won Burger of the Year. Yeah. So I found it was Bash Burger.
Nice.
I gotta go Weidman.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going Kelvin. Even though he interviewed us did the interview with us, and I'm trying to break our streak, but I think Kelvin's got a lot more going into this.
I'm hoping Weidman, just because since he dethroned Anderson Silva, I don't want that to be like Frankie Edgar beat up BJ Penn like nonstop. I don't want Weidman to be the guy who just beat Anderson Silva.
Yeah, but what's Weidman's record post USADA?
Right, exactly.
He's only lost his last 3. In his entire career.
That's fucking right. 3-2. He's 3-2 in his last 5 fights.
Yeah, he's 13-3.
He's 13-3.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bad skid. He's due for a win.
He's due for a win. That's what I'm saying. I gotta go, and he's fighting at home.
Not this Saturday.
Not this Saturday. You got to sell him?
Yeah, he's my blunt brother.
So that's pretty much it for the show this week. Make sure you check out the fights going down tomorrow night on Big Fox. If you have Fight Pass, you can check out the prelims on that as well. Big thanks to mymmanews.com for their love. Check them out. They do this 24/7. We do it once a week. So for breaking news, follow them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever they may do. And also Dependable Solutions. Innovate your business.
Dependable Solutions.
Beautiful. Gotta love that. Check the links. And MMA Pixels on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook as well to check out all the new designs that Nick, our guest today, has been coming out with. Thank you for being on the show today, man.
Thanks, guys. It was great. Hopefully,
I got to thank SinCal too for this badass shirt that I got.
If you didn't see this, it's awesome.
This was custom.
Yeah,
they're making my T-shirt dreams come true.
Yeah,
and this is amazing.
It's Nate Diaz slapping Dana White. It's a beautiful thing. Absolutely beautiful thing. Not like last week's shirt where we had a copywritten design.
Well, that's not true. Whoa. It was a parody shirt.
Yeah.
And I got that because I made it myself.
Found it.
Like a pair of these nuts.
It's like when you put the trash can out on the sidewalk. Now it's fair use. If it's on your property, nobody can dig through it. But once it's on the sidewalk, fair use.
No,
Anybody
if you're digging through something like your trash can, you can't get angry about it if it's like your trash can.
If it's like it, exactly.
Like it. It's not exactly your trash can. It's just like your trash can.
It looks like your trash can.
From the Ruloff Family Inc. studios, it is Bueller, Dodge, and Dennis saying have a good night. We'll see you at the fights.